Go that way. Push forward. There's the heading's good. We're going to go up this little ridge up in here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can see just ahead to your left, you got a white house, farmhouse on the ground down there in that grove, and then up in the hill, you see the spine of that hill. There's a little dirt road that goes up the spine of that ridge.
Right.
Kind of the same for that general area there.
Okay.
That'll be our first little practice pinnacle. So you can see on the top of this hill where the dirt road goes up and disappears from your view, there's a green shrub, large shrub on the right side.
Got it.
And just to the left of that is a fairly flat spot that we're going to make an approach to. I'm in orbit now. This is the one that I was talking to you about that I think working left-hand turns for this one seemed to work a little bit better. You know, the logical wind is onshore flow, so we would be wanting to orient our approach kind of in a westerly direction.
Roger. Yeah, I like coming in this way here.
Sure.
There's not a lot of shrubs. They'll take me right of the big bush.
Yep.
So, and my escape's going to be down to the left. Okay.
If the winds are a little bit on the stiffer side, it can knock you down. And we always want to put the helicopter to the far side of the hill here. Because right now we're getting the front half of the helicopter, the rotor disc in ground effect. The other half is still hanging off out there in outer space. Now just watch out for shrubs. Okay. So you can bring it down a little bit closer to the ground. Notice our outside air temperature is still around 17 degrees. That's still pretty good. We got plenty of power. So obviously the deal for us is we go over the edge here, the helicopter is going to drop down a little bit, so we want to make sure we got tail rotor clearance. So the preferred method to get off the top of a hill is to do a modified maximum performance takeoff. So basically just get a little vertical altitude first. So just pull up on the collective. We're pulling.
All right, here we go. Come on.
Straight up. Keep the nose straight, and just gently tip the nose forward, and we're out of here. Altitude's instant. We just need speed. Chop, chop. There's ETL. Boom, boom. Yeah, that's pretty good for this one. Let's go make a left turn. We'll go eastbound and find another one.
All right, you want to go in there?
Maybe we'll do that on the way back.
Okay.
Let's do some more pinnacles off over in there. You see the big hill right there?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, go set up for that guy.
Yeah, the flat spot where the trail that kind of comes around to the right and there's a flat spot on the top?
Yeah, either this one or that one over there, whichever one you want to go to.
I'm looking at this one straight off our nose.
Okay. So basically from 1,300 feet, which is roughly what we got here, we're not actually 1,300 feet above the ground, like about 11. Helicopter's supposed to glide about a mile at 90-90. So we aim it back towards the bridge.
Coming around.
And we'll enter an autorotation. I got the throttle for you.
All right.
And during the power recovery, don't do anything with the throttle, just let the governor work for you. But it's going to take a little bit to get the rotor RPM down to 90%. Okay, so you can roll your wings level here. 3, 2, 1, go.
Traffic, Calgary 1 Delta, lights coming up on the jump.
A little up collective here.
Golf course, we're landing.
Nose forward, nose forward. Now I'm collecting a little bit. Not bad. So you keep this out to this configuration until we get within about 500 feet of the ground. At that point, it's time to get RPM back. So now we're getting closer to the ground, looking good, everything's fine. So flat helicopter, bring the nose up slightly, push down on the collective, a little more half cyclic. Look at the RPM build, rotor RPM.
Oh yeah.
I got the governor coming alive.
Come back up.
Just take a second to catch up with the engine. There you go. Now start pulling power. Pulling collective, no twisting the throttle. Forward cyclic, and you're off and running. Nice and smooth. You just got to get the collective down, configured, down you go. So we'll climb back up.
Let's do that again. All right, 1,300,
Yep.
70 knots.
Ready?
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Engine goes, down goes that collective.
The nose back a little bit.
Up collective, up collective, forward cyclic, because you need the speed. Remember, you're looking for 90 knots, thereabouts.
At 90 knots?
Yep, 90-90.
All right, go.
Down collective a little bit. Speed's building fine. You're configured. Looking good. Now maneuver towards a suitable spot for a landing. That would be out in the sand there. There you are, you're flat. Now push down on the collective. You're going to start recovering your RPM. As you lower the collective, you've got to do a little half cyclic. Just flare it a little harder. Watch that RPM build up. There it is. Governor comes in. Looking straight ahead. Pulling in power. Fly away. Okay, so we're going to say just this little area right down here. So you're going to go wings level. And 3, 2, 1, engine. Boom. Now you know you're going to overshoot. So down goes the collective. Aft cyclic. Up collective quite a bit. And we're going to get it down to 55 knots. Just be patient with it. Down collective a little bit as you forward cyclic. There you figure. Right, so it's a much steeper rate of descent. Right. And that would get you into a suitable area if you just were going to run out of airspace or whatever. Run out of ground before you got to, like the tire track sort of left. That'd be good. So now you're good. So down collective push. And you want to build that speed back up. We're going to get a little bit lower to the ground this time. Now the rotor RPM is nice. Governor's coming in. And your power recovered. So just flare it out. Simulate this is the hard deck, and off we go. Cool. Now as you push forward, you deload the blade so the RPM will droop a little bit. So we're going to push the collective down slightly. Okay, that's looking good. Let's maneuver to the sand. Down collective some more. Alright, we'll simulate this road as a hard deck. Looking straight ahead and put the brakes on.
Traffic for runway using departing runway 22.
Engine's back on. We're out of here. And we got a guy departing San Apollo 22 straight out, so we'll stay kind of low this time. We have 500, 600 feet. Pulling a little more power. There you go, right there. It's perfect. It takes a little practice to get things configured. That's why we're doing these from the higher altitudes. Well, obviously, the concern here is rotor clearance and tail rotor clearance for any the brush and stuff. Now it's actually this little tinier area right there, right where the water disappears. They just go straight down that axis.
Okay. Yeah, it's going to be a little steeper.
There you go. Now just let this be your escalator ride, and you're going to the far side of this thing, nice and slow.
That's pretty narrow.
That's nice. We actually practice 180 autos into this. Go forward stick. And we terminate about this high up. That way we know we got the tail out of all the little stuff down here. And then you got your max performance takeoff to get up and out. We're already pulling all the power we need. Down. Transition to forward flight. Awesome. And I think from there, once we get a little bit closer to the Satakoy Bridge, we'll flip the radios and go back to our north helipad, unless you want to do some more play in off the airport here. Whatever you prefer.
We can do some work at the pad.
Sure.